What's up, guys? So after seeing that Jobs got 25% on Rotten Tomatoes, I was kind of, wondering what was going on here, and then I just saw that it got at number 7. It ranked at number 7 at the top 10, I guess you could say, at the box office, and it only earned $6.7 million. So here's my opinion on Jobs. So Jobs is a film, and it stars Ashton Kutcher, and he plays the iconic role of Steve Jobs, who in this film, I mean, after Ashton Kutcher, he really didn't have to do this film. He didn't have to play Steve Jobs. Now, when I went into this thing, I'm thinking, he's a comedy actor. Can he really do a serious role? He did a damn good job as Steve Jobs. I think he did very well. I mean, going in, like I said, I was very skeptical of what to expect. But watching the movie, I was like blown away by his performance. I think he's probably the strongest part of the whole film. The man who plays Steve Wozniak in the film, he's pretty good too. I mean, all the actors, J.K. Simmons is in the thing. The guy, what the fuck is his name? James Wood is in the James Woods is in the movie. So, a lot of good actors, a lot of good talents in the film, and, the directing is, the directing style of this film is interesting. I didn't really mind it. It was just kind of, the main gripe I have about this movie, it is way too long. And when it is those long points, it could be kind of slow, and it could be picked up like, some guy's just telling a story that you don't really care about, and it has nothing to plus to the story. It's just something, okay, this is just to make the movie 5 minutes longer. It was a long movie. It's 2 hours and 10 minutes, but if you're sitting in the theater, it feels like 3 hours, it feels like a long movie, and it's not like something that's going to keep you entertained every second. Like, for instance, a film like Titanic has you, that's 3 hours 14 minutes. That has you entertained from beginning to end. Jobs, it's really kind of slow, and at parts, and you really don't care what's going on. But the scenes where he has to fight with all these companies and the stuff and the head of the corporation or whatever because they're trying to take him off of the Apple production and all this stuff. It's just, you really get into the story of Steve Jobs and what really happened with him, and some of the stuff that happened in his life. For instance, his love life, it was done kind of strange, which I really didn't buy into that much because they don't really focus on his relationship. This is just how, Steve Jobs cooperates and what he did with Apple Computer, how that was created, and everything like that. Which is fine, but it was just, it was too long, and the acting is fine, like I said. Ashton Kutcher, great job as Steve Jobs, and everybody else did a fine thing. The score in the film, it's a good score, it's nothing terrible. It's original, and it's not bad, it's not like I'm going to go running out and saying, where's the Jobs score, who did the music. It was fine, not really memorable, but, it did do a service to some of the scenes in the film. It is a powerful movie, this is kind of intense at some scenes when, we see a conflict between Steve Jobs and Bill Gates, but we don't see Bill Gates, we just hear him. We don't really hear him on the phone either, we just see Jobs, talking to him and fighting with him on the phone, which is a brief scene in the film, which is interesting to me. I would have liked to see if they had a conflict in person, if they really did in real life. I have no idea, but that would have been fun to see, I think. But in the end, Jobs, it's not a film that you have to run out and see, like, oh, it's the weekend, I gotta go see Jobs. No, you could watch it on DVD, pick it up on Blu-ray. If it's on TV, watch it there. It's nothing that you have to run out and see, because it's not a spectacular film. It is an average, decent kind of good movie. It's alright, So my rating for Jobs, 3 out of 5 stars. It's nothing perfect. It's some of the critics, I don't agree with them, because this is not a terrible movie by any means. I don't think, I think it's a fun time, and you'll have a good time, I think, with Jobs if you're into this kind of thing. To tell you the truth, I wasn't really into the whole entire storyline. I wasn't too interested in the thing, but it is an interesting thing, if that makes sense what I just said. It is interesting. So guys, did you see Jobs? What did you see this weekend? Kick-Ass 2, Lee Daniels, The Butler, which apparently a lot of people saw because it came in at #1 of the box office. Did you see Paranoia, a film that I want to see that a lot of critics, you know, aren't really liking? But you never know. I mean, everybody has their own opinion. So we'll see what happens with that, guys. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Over and out.
Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.
If we're gonna do this thing, we need to come up with a name. Apple. That is so much better than phaser beam computers.